Hello, everyone. The first part of the 70th episode was released, so right now we're waiting for the next one. And today I'm going to share with you my best predictions and theories about what might possibly happen next. Who's going to confront the survivors of the Elite Alliance squad in the bunker? What will happen to Titans and the trio of girls that are about to join the battle? Where is Skibidi Scientist and G-Man? And most importantly, what did Astro Toilet mean by saying you will all die? To get all the answers to these questions, you gotta put all your business aside for the next 9 minutes and trust me, because this is going to be a wild ride. Now get your tea and snacks ready and let's go. And the first prediction I have is about the possible opponent for our guys who stuck in the elevator in the end of the first part of episode 70, surrounded by darkness and freaking ghosts. And as if it wasn't enough for them, there was also someone who seemingly tried to punch through the elevator's roof, and this guy seemed to be pretty mad, and also quite large in size based on the magnitude of these punches. So, I have several suggestions on who that might actually be. But before I'll reveal them, let me remind you to hit the like button under this video and get subscribed to my channel, because we almost reached the number of 400,000 subscribers, so let's push it a little more. But now let's get back to the video. So, my first suggestion would be Skibidi Jackson. At first, I thought it wouldn't be likely, because this guy seemed to be a cool, funny gimmick for one concrete episode. But then, when I saw how much love this character got from the community, I realized that he still may appear once more, at least to get a proper final scene. Plus, that would continue the horror atmosphere narrative for a bit that Boom returned to in the end of the first part of episode 70. And I think this atmosphere would change into an epic one once someone will appear to help the Alliance members, for example, the trio of girls. So, if you remember, the last time we saw him was behind the thick glass door at the end of the first part of episode 69. He was looking straight at Plungerman, surrounded by his crowd of freaks, as if he was waiting for something to happen. At the time, I found it weird how this guy didn't even try to break this glass door. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard for him, should it? So, what if this guy will get his second chance to snap at the Alliance members once more in the beginning of the next episode? He may try to hurt one of the guys in the elevator, but then he would get defeated by someone else, maybe even by one of the Titans or girls. That would have created a nice ending to his entire character. Don't you guys think so too? But there's another suggestion I have about who might appear soon after the elevator scene. If you guys remember, Boom wrote the following words in the description under his full 69th episode. Infiltration Squad is moving towards Skibidi Scientist. Plus, in one of the leaks, we saw the giant image of Skibidi Scientist's face with the number 70 to it. So that means that this character will appear in the next part of episode 7100%. And considering that the guys from the Infiltration Squad are supposed to meet him as well, it would seem pretty logical to me to expect Skibidi Scientist to be their next enemy. And there's another thing I have in mind about the Scientist's re-emergence. I actually expect his giant puppet to step into the game once again. Let me explain. Yes, I know that the latest puppet of Skibidi Scientist was completely destroyed by the upgraded Titan TV Man at the end of episode 67, which caused the real Scientist to flee. But what if this doll was not the only one he had? Similarly to how G-Man has multiple clones. What if Skibidi Scientist's genius is already great enough to learn how to create multiple vessels for himself as well? Or furthermore, what if he'll take another puppet of his that appeared in the earlier episodes and upgrade it in order to replace the one he lost in the third part of episode 67? That would be really cool to see. I also think that Skibidi Scientist may be accompanied by G-Man as well. I've already told it multiple times. How I expect to see this guy upgraded for the final confrontation with the Alliance as well. In the secret tablet scene, we saw him in some sort of Skibidi laboratory, apparently getting his improvements done, so he could have been near the Infiltration Squad guys as well. It's only a matter of time when he attacks, so I'm betting on him too. And there's another reason for me to expect G-Man appear alongside with Skibidi Scientist. I strongly believe that no final battle can happen without the duo of these two, as they were the most important Skibidi rivals for the Alliance for the most part of this awesome series. I think something really important and thrilling is supposed to happen during their appearance, and the consequences of the final battle itself may be reliant on the results of such a confrontation in the bunker. Maybe if this battle will start with the members of the Infiltration Squad first, but then the Titans or the girls will show up for rescue, and then the fight will change its perspective. Let's say one of the Titans gets destroyed. because it would really create a powerful dramatic moment, after which something crazy epic would happen. I'd assume the following scenario. What if this time, Titan cameraman actually passes away, and the thrilling moment in the second part of episode 67 with him trying to behead himself was just an emotional setup? And then, Titan Speakerman would get enraged and release all his powers, additionally strengthened by his core that was recharged by Titan TV Man before. So the whole Skibidi base would get exploded, including the destruction of Skibidi Scientist and G-Man, which would epically mark the end of Skibidi Army. Also, I have an idea of how the remaining members of the infiltration squad would meet both the girls and the Titans. Do you remember the entrance POV from the first part of episode 70 came into, following the destroyed bridge? Based on its size, I think this entrance will get used by POV Big Cameraman with minigun, and the trio of girls that he asked to follow him there. But the Titans will probably need to find the alternative route to the base, so they will show up for the rescue a bit later in some really climatic moment, and that would slide to my previous theory pretty nicely. The next theory I have is about the role of Astro toilets in the future episodes of the series. By the way, I've made an entire video on those guys recently, and in case you haven't watched it, you definitely should see it after this video. So guys, of course you do remember the phrase that Astro Toilet, who literally rippled DJ Toilet apart, had said to Titan TV Man, which was, "You all will die." When I watched the episode for the first time, initially I thought that this sounded as a threat towards the Titans, but now when I'm thinking about it, what if it meant something else? And I have a few interpretations on that side. The first one is, what if it wasn't a threat, but a warning? Maybe this war won't get over with the victory of just one of the sides? What if this Astro meant that both sides involved are about to be gone after the final battle with very few survivors left? That would be interesting, considering what I said about the origin of these guys in another video I've made about them. They might come from one of the multiverses or deeper space, so maybe they can predict the following events and tried to warn the Titans against the whole thing. But on the other hand, then why would Astro so actively participate in the whole confrontation on Skibidi's side before parting ways with them in episode 60? And that leads me to another theory. What if this Astro was actually warning Titans instead of threatening them, all right? But meaning that one of the majority of them, are about to get crushed in this Skibidi base? So, what if in the process of the battle between Skibidi Scientist and G-Man against the Titans trio, plus girls and infiltration squad members, Astro Toilets would get involved and help the Alliance forces to win? So at first it would seem like a sudden generous move from them, but then it would turn out that Astro actually perceived their own strategic time, maybe even to conquer the planet without any annoying competitors left. Also, I have a few small predictions for the next episode. As the finale of the series is quite close, I expect some of the older characters we haven't seen in a while to appear soon. What if we'll see our beloved Simp Cameraman again paired with Mecha Scientist, or even Black Terracotta Brother? I mean, it's now or never, guys. And now, guys, it's time for the craziest theory I've ever had, and I saved it to be the last for a reason. I have a feeling that this upcoming grand battle is about to be the finale one for real. And it's not just due to all the premises to the story we had earlier. Do you remember how in the originally released version of the fourth part of episode 67, when the infiltration squad entered the bunker, we saw the flag with the very Suez image, which is strongly associated with the country that did a lot of nasty stuff during the World War II. Although it was later replaced, of course. So guys, prepare yourself for what you're about to hear next. What if the whole war against the Alliance forces and Skibidi army is just one big fat reference to the World War II? Just think about. Skibidi army tries to progressively conquer the land, and by the way, in episode 58 they managed to conquer London. And the Alliance forces, which are basically the alliance between several nations involved, are trying to prevent this from happening. And by the way, what if TV Men is an allusion to USA during this war? Because heck, that would actually explain their inconsistent and elusive behavior. So, what I'm trying to say here is that the final battle may be resemblant of the taking of Berlin. Thus, it will result in the Alliance being victorious over Skibidi army in any case. But then you may ask me, but ESO, who Astro Toilets are in this crazy scenario then? And honestly guys, I do not have a proper answer to this. May they be Illuminati or reptilians or something like that? I wouldn't be that surprised. And that was all for today. I'll be looking forward to the next episode to see which ones of my predictions will come true. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, hit the like and subscribe button below and be sure to write a comment. And that was me, Isotoilet. See ya!